they play for the big games. You know, they're going to sell it out. That place has historically been a tough place to play, so it'll be tough to go in there and get a win. But I think that's what great teams do, is be able to find ways to win on the road.
Do you enjoy playing on the road when you have all those fans chanting your name and some of the things they call for?
I love it. Yeah, I mean it's cool. You know, just having everyone against you. You know, I feel like our team gets more focused for those games because you know it's us against everyone in the arena. So it'll be a big test for us, and we're looking forward to it.
We are going to talk to you till before the Georgetown game. Can you just give us some thoughts about playing in Washington D.C. and facing them?
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. You know, the Verizon Center is a great venue, kind of NBA-style arena, because they're obviously an NBA team there. So that'll be a neat experience, and you know, they're a tough team. You know, they beat Michigan State once this year, so they're not going to back down from anyone, and just a real physical, well-coached team.
You look at, you know, Xavier the first time around, you guys kind of had to outscore them, but you know, you're one of the few teams that you know, if things aren't going well defensively, you can still outscore teams. How much confidence does that give you guys, knowing that, you know, a couple missed assignments here or there, you don't have to panic, you guys can put the ball in the hole a couple times or so?
Yeah, I mean, we're real confident in our offense. Obviously, we have been all year, the last couple of years, to be honest. So, you know, Georgetown and Xavier, you know, they pride themselves on defense, and you know, we pride ourselves on defense too. But we have a lot of scorers on our team too, so it gives us a lot of confidence, and we feel like we can play with anyone because of that.
Doug, these last
Big East on the road, you know, that's been a challenge always, and you know, we look forward to doing it. We just got to prepare and play our game.
What did you learn the first time you played them, now that you're going to play them the second time?
Well, we know the end of the game, they brought a lot of pressure, and we're ready for that. We've been working on press break and being tough with the ball, and I think that'll help us in the second time.
How do you feel like you've developed throughout this season? Obviously, with last year, the learning experience and everything, but throughout this season, even, how have you gotten better? What have you learned about yourself as a player?
You know, just be confident. I think that's been the biggest key for me coming down the stretch here. Is I've gotten more confident, more comfortable out there, and that's been the biggest piece.
You ever feel hesitant as a young guy trying to assert yourself, or maybe take a shot that, you know, do you ever feel any hesitancy there at all, or no?
Earlier in the year, for sure. Now I'm kind of used to it. My teammates trust me a little more, and so it's been good. The confidence has really rose, and I feel better.
Is there anything that you've learned from being around Doug, you know, as a young guy, and him being what he is?
You know, he's a great leader, and I think, you know, some of those traits I've been watching, and he's a perfect example of a leader. You know, big games, so he lets you know early. He'll come out with 12 points to start. He lets everybody know, all right, I got you guys this game. I'm going to lead you. So that's been, you know, the biggest thing for me.
the last couple of years.
Well, I think every game we played in the Big East is a nice warm-up for the Big East tournament. There's just nothing's been easy. You know, you can't have a game where you don't play at your best, because if you do, you're going to get beat. And you know, if you're not quite yourselves, you try to figure out a way to hang on. And the Seton Hall game was proof of that the other night. We weren't exactly as good as we'd like to be. We didn't compete at the level that I wanted us to compete at, and obviously Seton Hall's got nothing to lose, and they came in here and played relaxed and played a great game.
What do you respect about Samaj's game?
You know, he lets it come to him. He's very good in transition. I think one of the best in the league at attacking in transition, and we've got to try to control that. But he's improved as a shooter. He had a couple big shots against us, and when the game's on the line, he's going to make something happen. So you know, we've got to try to keep him in check, because he's one of the guys in the league that's capable of getting 30 points on him.
How was your experience on Hard the Interruption?
It was good. It was fun. I think we had a good time with it, and you know, Tony and Mike were outstanding, and I think it'll come off pretty well. And it's kind of hard to believe, you know, as Doug and I were sitting there talking afterwards. It's a neat experience. It's great for our program. And the exposure that we've been able to receive the last few weeks has been incredible.
Doug, it's still special for him to not only get mentions for these national awards, but to see you there with them at the same time. That's something that maybe gets overlooked with, not only your influence on him, but his influence on you as well. I guess, is it still fun for you guys to see your names mentioned in the national headlines up for these national awards?
It's just been fun to do this together and to really enjoy this last season, knowing that you know, the clock's ticking, as Doug has said, and it's neither of us knew if we were going to have this year. So the fact that we've been able to do this and been able to have some success in the Big East and have some really signature wins for our program and fill the building and everything that's transpired this year, you couldn't ask for anything better. So it's been a neat experience.